Okay, we have a call now. You know, I've been working on your show for almost 2 years, but this is a phobia that I have never heard of. It's Susan.
Okay. Susan.
Hello?
Hi, Susan.
Hi. I'm not sure that it's a phobia, actually, but...
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, what is it?
Okay. I find that when I'm at a library looking for a book, or I'm in the bookstore, not when I first get in it, but, you know, once I'm trying to find what I need to find or whatever. I'm in college, you know, so this is pretty often. I get physically sick.
How?
And
What do you feel?
I feel nauseous, stomach cramps, and if I stay there long enough, I feel like I have to go to the bath. I feel like I have to defecate or something. It's awful. It's quite embarrassing.
All right, so you get stomach cramps.
Yeah, and I feel like I can't. Not that I can't breathe, but nauseous, sick to my stomach.
All right, you're feeling nauseous. What else are you feeling? What
like,
feeling?
I have to find the book and get out of here.
Okay, and at the moment you get out of there, you feel better?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It like gradually goes away.
Okay, gradually goes away.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anxiety when this is going on?
Well, that's the interesting part, because I think I've had this for a long time, but never put the two together. Like, oh yeah, libraries and bookstores, and sometimes card stores. You know, that this, you know, I've never linked the feeling and the location together. It's only maybe like over the past year or something.
What kind of card stores? Used cards or new ones?
Used cards? No, cards, like greeting cards.
Yeah, but I mean, do you ever go into an antique store?
Yeah, I've been to antique stores.
Do you get that feeling there?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I think it's like when I'm browsing or something, I feel...
Browsing. What about attics?
I've never been in an attic.
Ever go to flea markets?
Yeah.
Do you ever get the feeling there?
I don't remember. See, it's just, you know, recently I was thinking about libraries and bookstores. Maybe. I really don't know. Perhaps.
I think you're allergic to mold.
Oh.
Fungus.
Really?
Have you had allergies as a kid?
No, none.
Never?
No.
How long have you had this?
Yeah, you want something out here?
I could have had it for a long time, but I've only noticed it maybe since high school.
Well, there are a lot of people who are allergic to books. You can be allergic to all kinds of things, but there's something in paper.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Because there is a certain smell that is so true.
What is the
smell?
smell?
There's that smell. Here it comes, you know?
What's the smell?
The smell of a book, like an old book.
It could be, I think it might be a fungus allergy.
Okay. Well, I hope so. Well,
all
it
right.
also happens
Let me ask a few psychiatric questions. Let's play with this a little bit.
Because it could happen in a brand new bookstore where there are no old books.
Did you ever get punished for reading someone's diary?
No.
Did you ever snoop into some paper affairs that were not your business? Anything related to books or things like that?
Sure. Yeah, I snooped when, like, my parents weren't around.
And what did you discover?
Nothing really important. See, here's another thing, David. When things go wrong in my life, or when I get a strange feeling that I can't describe it, I think, you know, Cass, my name's really Kathy. I think maybe this has to do with your crazy father. You know?
What about
I hear you talk about that all the time.
Well, what about your crazy father?
He was abusive to my mom. And treated my brother like a saint and kind of like treated me as an extension of my mother.
Okay. Did he ever beat you?
Just a few times he hit me.
Where did he take you to beat you?
Nowhere.
Where did he beat you?
He never really... Just a few times he hit me.
Where were you at the time?
In the hallway of my house.
What's in the hallway?
Nothing, really. I remember one time I was going to read something. I was going to snoop for something. And he was hiding in the house. And when I got closer to snoop at what I was trying to snoop at, it was a letter my mother had written to him trying to apologize. Like, oh, I'm so sorry for our fight or whatever. He acted like he wasn't home, and I knew he was home. And I was so scared. And it turned out he was hiding in his bedroom, and he leaped out at me when I went down to
And what did you do?
Grabbed the card.
What did you
I
do?
lied. I said, oh, I thought it was something of my own I was trying.
How old were you?
I was in junior high.
He leapt out at you. He must have terrified you.
Yeah.
What was your reaction?
I was so scared. I thought he was going to hit me or something, like really let loose. Because nobody was home,
Did you let loose?
Did I let loose?
Yeah.
No.
Did you almost lose control?
No, never.
You didn't soil yourself.
What?
You didn't soil yourself.
No.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
All right. There's a question whether or not your fear has to do with an allergy to fungus or something like that that's not uncommon,
Right.
or whether or not now at 19 years old you're having some feelings about your father and the anger that you feel towards him and the remembrance of the surprise and the compromise and the feeling of being trapped looking for the book and just wanting to get the hell out of there. The old memory returning. I'm not sure which it is.
Okay.
Where did this start to get worse?
What?
Did this start to get worse?
No. It's just now that I notice it more.
Okay, and your relationship with your dad, what's that like?
We don't talk anymore. I don't even know anything
And
about
when
it.
did that stop?
When did that start?
Mm-hmm.
When I was in 9th grade.
Okay. I think we have to do a couple of things. First of all, I would like you to write a letter to your father.
I'm terrified. I can't. I'm terrified.
I didn't say mail it, did I?
Okay. No.
Write a letter to your father telling him how upset you were over that incident years ago, okay?
Okay.
Then I want you to take that letter. You're in the university now?
Mm-hmm.
And go up into the stacks of the library.
Right.
And I want you to read the letter in the stacks and say, this is why I'm afraid of being here, because I never faced this fear.
Okay. I don't see what that could hurt.
Oh, I think if it's the answer, it's going to help a great deal because you're confronting the feeling in the midst of where the symptom has developed.
Mm-hmm. It
And
just
so-
seems so funny that they might be. It just seems so remote.
Well, no,
you know?
it's not remote.
Oh.
It is a possibility. And the other thing is, it'd be worthwhile for you to go to an allergist and say, hey, I get around papers there's a certain smell, and I get this feeling of losing control and having stomach cramps. Because the anxiety is in the prominent feeling, the stomach cramps make me suggest it's an intense feeling of loss, or it could be an allergic reaction that it happens so fast. It may be a combination, I'm not sure, but the fact is that it occurs in card stores, and your mother's letter is like stationery.
Oh, right.
Stationary.
Wow, it was.
You know.
Uh-huh.
So put all that together, it could be that feeling. Are you close to your mother?
I'd say so, yeah.
Write the letter to your father. Read it to your mother, and then go in the stacks and read it and give me a call back.
Okay.
We're going to get you through this.
Okay.
Interesting, huh?
Isn't it though? It seems silly.
Well, yeah, and the other thing you can do is you can stay in the stacks with the letter and saying, it's not the books, it's my anger towards my father over being so unrealistic and so crazy that is the feeling I'm dealing with, and I feel trapped by him. I'm not trapped by a book or by a letter.
Okay.
Test it out.
Okay, I will.
We'll do our own little behavior therapy here.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
You take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
You know, it's interesting. Anything can become symbolically invested with power. When you hide from a certain feeling, some part of the environment can take on almost a magical quality. And it's almost, you have to be a sleuth as a therapist to get back into the person's life and see what it was. I had a patient once who had a terribly abusive family, and the only thing she could remember at the time she was being abused was a red wagon she had stared at. And that became the source of great comfort for her. And later in life, whenever she saw a red wagon, it would become a source of great sadness, as it also symbolized what was missing in her childhood. So the symbols have the meaning that we give to them. Interesting, huh? We'll be right back.